Yes, but if it was uneconomical, right? I mean, you can speak and ask your mom because I think she would agree with this. If you have kids to feed, your daughters, and if the job isn't paying, you're not going to work that job.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Khalas. This is not an argument base. You can say, I like my art and I like to do it in my free time. That's fine. But you cannot say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do my art and I'm going to get people to pay for it. If people aren't willing, it's not willing. Khalas.
My mom loved what.
Look it up. It might be my mistaken, but I believe that Brazil is a
Democracy.
No, I know it's a democracy, but I think it's not a capitalistic country. It's a social. What's it called? Huh?
Social?
It's not communist.
Socialism?
It has a large portion of socialism in
No.
Are you sure? Because that's what's
I'm
going on
100%
with South
not sure.
America.
It like we have like we have like the right and the left in Brazil.
Okay.
So we have the people from the right that believes more capitalism, and then we have people from the left that believe in socialism.
But it's
or
not
communism.
true. It's capitalist true.
So
Okay.
yes,
So you're saying that the current government for the last 50 years has been right or has been left then
has
leading?
been left
Yes.
mostly.
But they still stole the money from
But
the
they
people.
stole the money from
Don't the
the-
president go to the jail?
But that's the.
one.
I mean, this is but this is the problem that you have with any country that's socialistic. I mean, Argentina, if
It's
I'm not
not
mistaken.
socialism.
It's not socialism.
Never
yeah.
be.
Well, it's left-wing policy-making
Yes,
countries.
but not.
But from the beginning, it was not left. It
Yeah,
was
from the
right.
beginning, but from the last 50 years, you're currently in the issue
Not-
from.
No,
Last
now
50.
4 years is like.
The last 4 years was right.
For the last 4 years
Yes.
was a right-leaning country, and now it's been
Now
shifted
Now
to
we
left.
are stuck. Now we have like elections this year.
And have this big fight. But it's stupid persons.
Because for me this is very strange because most countries that are right-leaning generally do very well economically speaking than socialistic countries. By the way, a lot of people who are going to listen to this are going to be very upset with me saying this,
Yes.
but it's fine. They can come at me. No, I mean when you look at countries like Venezuela that has a huge oil resource, but yet they have starvation. When you look at Brazil that has a huge resources of iron. And of natural material woods and stuff like that, which they
It's
take
a
from the
paradise.
Amazon. It has huge amount of natural resources.
Yes.
But the mobility of creating from that real economic gain is a disaster.
They still have colonization. Still all the countries go in Brazil and take wherever they want.
Okay, which countries? Are you talking about the U.S.?
Yes.
Because the Spanish aren't coming to Brazil and knocking on the house door and being like,
exactly. They're
give me
still
cash.
doing- It's still the same thing. Like, and the native people have like a very bad situation, don't have where to live like como é que é sem casa, assim?
They are homeless, but not
Homeless.
Not it's not the point because they live in the nature. They like to live in the nature. The point is the politicals. They don't preserve this space from these people.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? Some people that do like agriculture.
Okay.
They sometimes put fire on these places.
In
Because
Amazon.
They want to put like a soy or something like this. So they don't want these people to stay there.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens in parts of Africa as well. I mean this is just terrible economic policies. People are growing materials and on farm soil that isn't viable.
Yes, because this at the beginning of the question, you don't like the colonization.
No, I don't think it's to do with as much as colonization. I mean, you have places like Finland where they have a huge export of wood, yet every tree that they cut, they replant because they know how to maintain their economy, right? So you're stuck with really terrible leadership, I suppose, where you're stuck in Brazil, where you don't have a lot of economic foresight.
I think the thing with Brazil specifically about the colonization is the mentality of taking off, you know? So Portugal come and take it off the trees, take it off the gold, and they didn't put it, like you said, put it back, or they didn't
preservation.
they didn't treat well the native people. What they did, they want to change their mind.
When
They
you-
has to be Catholic, they has to dress like this, they has to walk like this. When they come, they bring the slaves, they change. You can't pray for this God. You can't do this. You can't walk like that. You can't. So they want you to be.
But we're
like
going
this.
back 600 years now.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not too long.
600 years is a very long time.
Not.
No.
It's not. It's
And-
not too long. And this is still in Brazil. Like the slavery was abolished, and what happened when it was abolished? Like we said, no house, no healthy, no schools. So what happened? The people go to the mountains. Okay.
Because they
We're
escape
going-
from the farms and go from the mountains, and
So
they still
this-
live there.
What
Yeah,
year are we talking
this-
about now?
When the slavery was abolished.
1700s then.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
1800s.
these people stay in these mountains.
Okay.
Okay, the black people on Brazil that was abolished from the slavery, they stay in these places, and until there, the most people that live in favelas, they are black.
Okay.
Why? Because when they
Your grandma.
the slave, yeah,
Okay.
your grandma, your grandma, she go there.
Okay.
So they still there because what? Because the one that they are in the president of the, they don't care about these people.
Well, I mean, it's
They let they there. It's easier for them.
yeah, but the president gets voted in by the people, right? And it's about a reflection of what the people want. If the
But
people
in
care,
the
then they care. If
school-
they don't, they
in the
don't.
School, what I studied in my school, I did, like we said, I did podcasts, I did magazines because I was in a private school.
Okay.
What they teach you in the public school?
I
It's
was
not the
teacher in
same.
these schools, okay?
Public or
They
I
don't
was
teach
private.
you about
Yes.
politics. They
Okay.
don't teach you about
Why
this.
my English is more bad than her? Because I studied in public school.
Okay.
She know English better than me. I learned English in Bahrain. I
Okay.
never learned English in school.
Okay.
And like I was teacher in favelas in Brazil,
Mhm.
and sometimes you need to say you have break now in the school when the kids go in the open area, no,
Mm-hmm.
and they say no, today you cannot go from stay the kids inside the school because have
Shooting.
shooting,
Okay.
and you need to stay, and the helicopter pass the police, and you need to stay there.
Okay.
Some kids only
So-
go to school for have
Food, and my kids need to start. Sometimes I go in the supermarket and buy the bread because the kids cannot listen to me because is hungry, and say, teacher, please, you can buy food today for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. How these people think about the president?
Mm-hmm.
They need to eat first, understand?
Mm-hmm. No, I find that fascinating in the span of what 100 years, the public hasn't managed to come together and sort out a system that's functioning,
Yes,
right?
but
But because
the government, the first government stole, the second stole, the third stole.
it's not
Everything
like here the
stolen.
government help you.
no, it's not. I mean, like I've traveled from India all the way to Brazil, and I've been to some of the favelas. I've experienced South America. I've been to Africa. I've been to from South Africa all the way to Namibia and to Kenya. And I see the same things kind of again and again, right? I see bad economic decisions. And, you know, there are a few percent of the people who are in political positions, being presidents of all these nonsense, who do abuse the system. There's no questions about it. But in general, when you take 100, like if you take the whole government positions from 100%, the real bad apples is 20 to 30%. There are people who are working in those positions who really care. But that doesn't come into account. And then you also have exterior influences from other nations who want to make sure that ecologically,
No, because
it doesn't do
there's
that financially well.
Other nations still want to stole the things from the country.
I find that so fascinating is that you guys are blaming the other nations rather than
I'm not
The-
blaming
oh, sorry.
other nations, but I blame like the beginning of the story. I think when you study like social science and history, you can see a pattern. You can
Okay.
see the same thing that happened in the beginning happen now.
in
The-
what
the
sense?
things didn't change. I mean, the government, the slavery, the sexism, everything. It's still happening. It's still consequence that what happened in the beginning.
I mean, like I said, slavery has been ended for almost 200 years.
But it's not. Still, people are slaves in Brazil for work. You still see people.
Oh, from employment
paying-
slavery, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Have kids, they do this in the rocks for for having food in the end of the day.
It's still, you still have.
Okay.
Broken the rock. Yes, it's very
You
sad.
still have people that doesn't have what to eat. A
It's
lot
not
of people,
one
million
people.
of people that
Yes.
doesn't have what to eat in a day,
Okay.
and that's why.
But that's nothing to do with slavery. World hunger is something separate than slavery, no?
So if I break this glass now, okay?
Okay.
Here we break, right?
Sure.
And if I let the things here, and people step on this glass, and I never take this glass off,
Sure.
people will keep passing on this and get cut. If you don't take off the problem,
But the
You
glass
don't clean
dropped
it.
100 years ago. So whoever walked on it, khalas, it's gone.
if it was black,
Okay.
if it was in Brazil, you will understand.
So
My friend,
let me
my
let
You
me.
know what is? It's I'm not black.
Okay.
sure,
But tell me how the black experience is from a white
know,
perspective.
I know, like I have like a friend
Huh?
very close to me, and it's like in the basic stuff. It's like we go to the mall. I
Mm-hmm.
never was following the mall by security, and she was with me. We were doing anything, walking in the mall, and the security was walking with us the whole mall
Mm-hmm.
with us
Mm-hmm.
because they think she stole something.
Mm-hmm.
I say one experience of my friends here. He's from Brazil, from Bahia, the place where it started the colonization of Brazil, Bahia, and he's black. And he said, the first time I walk in the street in my life, and no one like hold the bag or look
Strange.
straight for me on the day.
So,
Is here in Bahrain because when he come to Bahrain, he say the first time he walk in the street and no one look strange of him.
So I have a few issues with where you guys are coming from, because when I was working in America, I was called the son of a sand nigger every time I worked in the South, because my dad is very, very dark, much darker than I am, and so that was my nickname in America. So when you're talking about the black experience, we can happily talk to my dad about it, and he will tell you the same thing, right? Why is Saudi Arabia from the 70s, by the way, if you look back in Saudi prior to the 70s, when my dad was growing up, which was early 50s, I'm not going to say his age, but at that time there was no electricity, there was no water, there was no nothing. Yet now Saudi Arabia is one of the powerhouses in the world.
Because they have
Monarchy.
a good government
Yes.
that wanted to resolve this problem.
Thank you. They had natural resources, the same as Brazil, but they had a powerful and
Exactly.
clever government who pushed through. It had nothing to do with slavery,
This
and it
I
had
say
nothing
for
to do
you.
with colonization.
No, dear.
This I say
the
for you.
government don't want to resolve the problem that happened with black people.
How much
The
of the
problem
population
it
of
will
Brazil
be
is
there.
black, anyways?
The problem will be there. That's what I'm saying.
This I say for you. I never think in
The-
my life I prefer the monarchy and democracy.
The
I never think
government
that.
don't want to help these black people. That is the problem.
Do you know who Thomas Sowell is?
Yes.
Thomas Sowell, the writer. He talks about in depth about this black issue and slavery in America, right? And how much is the percentage? No, percentage. What is the percent? You go, it's first one. It's right there. The first question. Just open it. 56%. So you're saying that 56% of the population is being treated badly?
Yes.
So
You can
two-class
ask
system.
the black people. I'm not black for say that, but
You
like
can
you
bring
can,
someone that is black from Brazil one day and put in this chair.
and they can say for you. I can found for you.
And you
it
can
is-
say for them that it is them problem. It's nothing to do with the slavery.
yes.
No, I don't think it has any. I don't think it.
Because this is
It's not my. I cannot.
No,
say
no, I
about
understand,
the
but it's interesting to hear it
Yes.
from your side perspective, because I'm not Brazilian. I've never really lived in Brazil. I've visited for 2 weeks, and that's about the end of it, right?
But they
So I like clashing with
And I
ideologies.
really work into the poor people. I really see this in the middle. Like for me, it's very rated. I need to sit in the street for understand because I'm from the white side. And when I work in the favelas and everything, I need to sit with the people and try to understand. Because for me, it's other world, I can say like that. Like I have privileges. Just because no one stopped me in the door when I go anywhere. Here in Bahrain as well.
Mm-hmm.
No one stopped me any door. All the door is open for me. Understand? Because when
Okay.
you are a woman, white, beautiful, like the door is open for you.
Okay.
And I see the difference.
I mean,
for this,
that's the
for-
privilege of being beautiful, right? I mean that.
Exactly.
I mean that's life.
Okay, I'm not like a supermodel, but like okay, I'm okay and look good, and this is very different. I can see then here in Bahrain.
Okay.
Sometimes you go in the resort or somewhere. I'm working like the hostess, and they say the people don't want like Bahrainis come here.
Okay.
Is still in the resort, or you put in the side from the chairs or anything. Have this
What in the
everywhere?
in the events they're saying they don't want Bahrainis to sit in the event.
Sometimes yes, true.
Not all events.
Not our.
Where's the money coming from? From the Bahraini and the Saudi, no? Where's the
Yes,
expats
but
don't have that
some-
pocket.
But sometimes the people want, they looking good and everywhere in the world. Done here too. And it is like privilege. I don't have this problem, but I can see, understand?
Okay.
I don't have this problem. I have all the doors open for me.
I understand, but I'm just a little confused because the expats here don't have the wallet, right? The wallet comes from Saudi and comes from
Exactly.
Bahraini, right? And so I can understand if they're saying, hey, you know what, takes the expats and move them away because they want to have a Bahraini event or whatever. That I can understand. I don't understand the opposite. Where they're saying to the Bahraini, go.
It's not only about that because they looking good in the part.
And who are you're talking about the performer or you're
You want,
talking
for example, the good-looking girls. If you're like Muslim in a place
Okay.
and use your hair covered,
Okay.
sometimes they don't want you in the party. You're not a hot, sexy girl.
But that's life.
Yes.
I mean,
Exactly.
sorry.
They want the hot, sexy
I don't
girls.
agree to that. I just say what's
I
happening.
agree with that. I'm opposite. I'm agree. Why
They
do you...
want the hot, sexy girls for attract the men.
Yeah, I mean, that's life. I don't know. I mean, a bar has to make money. A bar isn't like there to for a good time, right? A bar has to make money. And what is the statistic? Like,
So everything is about the money.
of course, that's what everything is. If that's what a capitalist society is, isn't it? You guys are disagreeing with this. I love it.
No, yes, just like what's
We are
happening.
artists. Our job in the world is change the world.
Like I can see like now only about my job. Always say what's the big problem I have in my country. And then no one
the
knows.
job of the
Because
Okay.
the people
artist,
think like nice Brazil, la la la.
the
It's
job of
funny
an
country.
artist is change the perspective. When you see like some play or when you see some, when you go to the circus, it's the place sometimes people that are very poor and very rich stay together in only one place. And when you see sometimes a play, they can tell a story for you. You can tell any story in a play. So as an artist, for us at least, it's not only about, oh, okay, we do a good stretch, we put our leg up. Okay, sometimes we only do that, but
That's not what I'm saying at all
but
either.
our job as well is.
But you guys wouldn't.
I come here in Bahrain
They
and I remember don't have too much people do what they doing. And today I see the difference. I have a lot of people
Who are
can
performers.
do shows, do performance. I saw more women like wanna be more like is okay to your sensuality and everything like that. But the 4 years ago when I come, it's not like that.
But let's.
And it is my job too. Like they can say, you can be a powerful woman because it's different. It's different cultures. And sometimes the people ask me, Brazil, why you are there? And I think Bahrain need me to understand. Like they need different things.
We're not arguing on this basis. I'm not belittling your industry. I'm not belittling your art form either. But it's also, at the end of the day, a performance. And if it wasn't paying you your bills, you wouldn't be doing it. You'd have to work an office job or whatever else. There's millions of people in the world who would love to paint full time, but can't.
If it doesn't pay, here pay very well. I'm not gonna lie. Here, Bahrain pays very well for do what we do. Or
Sure.
not gonna be here. You're gonna be in Brazil. But if it was in Brazil, you're gonna be in a small circus doing what we love because
Yes.
we love, not because of the money.
Yes, but if it was ineconomical, right? I mean, you can speak and ask your mom because I think she would agree with this. If you have kids to feed, your daughters, and if the job isn't paying, you're not going to work that job.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Khalas. This is not an argument based. You can say, I like my art and I like to do it in my free time. That's fine. But you cannot say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do my art and I'm going to get people to pay for it. If people aren't willing, it's not willing. Khalas.
My mom loves what she do.
And I'm happy
she
for her.
Work,
This is for you, I
as
think.
a teacher in this schools in Brazil. She worked like in 3 schools, I think. 2 schools, 3 schools. 3 schools for feeders, but she never stopped to do her art. If she wants to be a successful, rich woman, like super rich, she would be a lawyer or something like this.
Yeah, but it's not what I'm arguing. That's not what I'm saying either. There's a middle space, right? And if you're not living to the lifestyle that you want, then you wouldn't be doing that work, regardless of how much you love it. There's plenty of people in the world. 80% of the population, if you ask them if they love their job, they're going to tell you,
I'm so surprised when someone say that for me. When they say, I understand the people so poor do something like they don't love. I understand. But the people is not poor and don't do what they love, for me is like shocked.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
How will not do what to love?
Yeah, of course you have to have like a minimum.
If you have to choose,
Exactly. If you can choose, but then
because some people don't have to choose, like these people we say before, like about the people like so poor and blah blah blah. These people not always have to choose.
You need a minimum like for your house, for your food.
Basic necessities. Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Not everyone can choose what can do.
Thank you. I agree with that totally. But I think there's an extra bite that we need to say. There's plenty of people who enjoy their hobby, which could be painting, building ships and bottles, whatever they like doing, right? But don't want to turn it into a career because they know the moment they start making money from it, they stop having the passion to do it. There's plenty of people like that as well, right? And if you talk to like potentially wood makers, for example, that make like chairs or tables and stuff like that, they said, no, it takes me 2 months to make it and I'm very happy and I don't sell it because I like my creation and I work as an accountant.
I have a friend that she paints very, very, very well. It's like, wow, amazing. I say one day, why her mom has a store, I should say, why you don't do one painting for resale? And she say like, no, it's mine. I don't want anyone to buy it. I take so long for do it. So yeah, some people are like that.
Exactly. Well, you ruin your passion once it turns into a business. That's truth to that.
I think if your business is your passion and have means, this you can make money as well. Understand?
The theater is very different than performance art. No.
No.
But in my head, theater is like Shakespeare. Like speaking roles. No, you guys don't understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, understand.
But this is like in my head.
Yes, understand.
I don't think of like.
Why do you think it's like circus artist?
I don't think it's theater in the sense of like for me it's like ballet maybe counts as theater, but not really ballet. I don't think it counts as theater. For me, speaking is theater, singing.
Yes, because I think here is more speaking. But like have the physical theater as well, and have then be more close because it's still in the stage, still be. And I'm so happy I did the theater college because I know all the history of theater, of the accents and everything. I know how to do costumes, makeup. I know about the lights. I know about everything from the stage.
Technical perspective.
Yes, because. And this is everything similar. If it's ballet, if it's opera, if it's a circus, it's the same. What you using for the lights, what you wearing, how you acting, is everything the same. And I think the
okay, maybe my definition is wrong in my head.
I think it's walk together.
Is walking together because circus, I think, is like when art have everything together.
No, I'm not belittling circus.
I like to dance. And I like to acting, and I like to hang and climb and flying. So I can do, and if I want to sing, I can sing as well in the circus. In circus, you can do everything together.
So if you were telling your friend you're going to go see a play, what would you say?
What do you mean play?
Like if you go to see a play, like a Shakespeare performance, a speaking performance, I'm thinking what else is it?
Go to the theater.
So you would say go to the theater. And if you say you'd go and watch an aerial performance, acrobatics, what would you say? You'd say you go to the theater as well?
No, go to the circus. And
right? That's what I'm saying. That's why I see the definition different in my head.
Yes, but like in Brazil, have Shakespeare, the people flying as well.
Yes.
Like,
really?
Yes, have everything. Here have limitation
from
the
circus.
And the beginning, like in Brazil, the first like a lot of musicians, singers start in the circus because it's the place have more audience inside than can see there.
I think some people usually like think circus is more close to gymnastics.
Okay.
And for me, like it's not. Circus is more close to the theater. I did like both my whole life. And when you do like a circus performance, it's not only you go there, you open your legs, you do like this, and finish. No, have all the place that you have to stand, how you have to smile, how big your arm has to be,
Okay.
Which light you have to go, what you have to, like everything.
It's a
like,
performance, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
So you have to act sometimes. Because, for example, I am so afraid from height, but I do hoop that is like very high. So,
Scary.
like my mom say, she say like before you go, you think like I am this big star. So like I feel like I'm acting. I'm
okay.
so confident.
Okay.
Everything is amazing.
No.
Even if you're scared, even if you know.
And in Brazil have on a kind of a circus, the name is circus theater. So have really acting, like the people acting. Have on a kind of circus, you just act inside the circus. Understand? It's not don't have any air or anything. Like just acting inside the circus.
See, this is exactly the reason why I wanted to have you on, because I have no idea of this world at all.
Yes,
I have no
yes,
idea
and
what like I'm.
And
I can only tell you from the
so like when
from
I
my
chose
head.
my profession, like don't have circles in my city, and I'm started I go for the theater because it's more close what I like it, and I really appreciate to did this college. And like it's very important for me. I think this is my difference, by the way, from the other circus arts a lot of times because I'm an actress.
Okay, so you okay? Interesting. So you
I'm an actress. I'm a director too.
okay. So
It's this difference because I know everything about when I go from the stage. You know, I know where is the light, where I need to stand, and I can say for the guy who put the light, say no, don't put here, put there, and I know what I need to wear. I know the light fit or not to my costume. I know everything about that. I know about the choreography. I know about because I'm a dancer as well. I have formation in dance, circus, and theater.
but this took years of experience.
Yes, and gymnastics I have as well. Yes, yes, a lot.
Of course, because you can't just like show up at an event and say, "Hey, I'm going to start directing." That's
Yes.
impossible. It's going to be a disaster. So you started in Brazil, born there, right? You went then to what? Gymnastics?
Gymnastics first.
Gymnastics first.
And dance.
And dance.
Yes,
And-
like jazz and ballet.
This was in high school, or this was?
No, when I have 3 years old.
Oh wow! So you started really early.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so your parents then pushed you into it.
Yes, they put me like for extra classes in the school
And Brazil
because
is
I'm
very
a hyperactive kid.
Okay, a very hyperactive kid.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Lots of energy.
Need to do something to me, and I
Brazil is
started.
very
It's normal in Brazil. Everyone do ballet or football. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you do ballet or gymnastics or something.
Well, you
like
know,
that.
here in
For fun,
Bahrain, it's
yeah.
not normal. In Bahrain, it's people don't usually do activities.
Yes,
It's very
this
few.
is very rare for me. This is I think because I need to stay in Bahrain because I don't have that here. The people need that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They are done for the ladies need something to doing and the guys as well. Everyone like you can do different things at your bar, you know.
So,
Like
do you want to do more teaching as well, or you're not interested in
I
teaching?
do teaching. I'm a teacher.
Here in Bahrain?
Yes,
I can't. I mean,
I do a lot of things. By the
okay.
way.
So, how do people find you if they want to? If they have a daughter, if they have a son, or whatever, who wants to be in gymnastics?
I give class in HIFA gymnastics. I give class in Ballari studio. And
Okay.
Fitness first, and I'm personal trainer too.
Okay. And so, do you have a private then? Do you have a business model, an account that is separate to that? So how would example, I have a daughter who wants to, let's say, I don't have any kids, but whatever. I have a daughter, she's whatever years, she says, Dad, I want to be a gymnast, right?
Yes.
How would I start to find you or someone in your industry? How would I go about that?
Yes, I just told you the places I give class.
I understand that, but I'm saying if I don't know you, right?
Okay.
How would I find you? Like, would I type it into Instagram gymnast?
You can search for Coach Ridan. You found me there.
So they would.
I have it to friends now because I do like coaching and artists and have my personality. So when you try to find some things from gymnastics, coaching, fitness, this kind of things. I have the Instagram coach Ridan and have Ridan artists and I have
That's what I'm about to ask. Okay, so can we put it on for people to find it? What's your
coach Ridan.
Dan? Can you look it up?
These are from fitness.
Coach
Ridan.
H.
Ridan, my name. Ridan.
Oh, Hidam.
It's R.
No.
My name. No.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, found me.
Oh, okay, so I'm guessing that people who are looking for aerobatics, gymnastics, and workout, I'm trying to plug your business. But it would look up coach, and then Ridan on Instagram. They could potentially DM you. Would that be the best way?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And what kind of classes, what age groups, what we're talking about here?
I do aerial classes,
Okay,
stretching flexibility,
okay,
and personal trainer.
okay.
Yes,
Gymnastics.
gymnastics, calisthenics.
Age-wise, everything open?
If you're walking, it's okay.
Walk-in, okay. Boy, girl, doesn't
Yes.
matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
And what would you prefer? Would you prefer working with more younger kids, or would you prefer working with adults now, looking back? Or
I
now?
prefer change the life of the people with the body. Like you can change your life and you learn the things from your body. I don't mind about the age, nationality, if you are a guy, girl. For me, it's all the students.
That's interesting.
Because I believe you can have a better life if you can play with your body and you'll be happy with your body. Independent if you are fat, skinny, anything, like you need to do something you like with your body.
I think the main thing is like your body, it's the only thing will be 24/7 with you. So from the day that you're born to the day that you die. So it's so nice, like you know your body, like when you dance, for example, you explore, you use the fingers, you use like parts that you never thought you could move, or you can like pop it or anything, like, or stretch. So know your body, it's like very important.
Okay.
Like,
It's your house.
it's, yeah.
Well, I totally agree. I think that's wonderful. And
Yes, your house.
And like mom said, like
You need to take care about your house. I can buy anything in the world, but
Okay.
if I have any problem with my body, I cannot buy.
like your health is so
I cannot
important.
go and say I want a new hand.
Well, you can get a
I
hook.
cannot go. So I need to take care about my hand. I need to take care about any part of my body. And if you play with your body, it's so nice. Like sometimes I'm boring and everywhere, and if I'm boring here, I need to wait an hour. You see me upside down. You see me do abs, anything. Like
Wonderful.
I can play with my body, like.
Wonderful.
And you forgot that, no? Because the animals never forgot that. And I don't know what's happened to the humans is forget that.
I agree. Most people sit 8 hours a day. They don't hardly
You
move.
forgot you can play with your body and it's your house. You can do whatever you want. And you can challenge yourself and you can be better and better and better. It's just you, it's you.
So why do you think that? Why do you think that gymnastics is such a female-oriented sport? Why do you think it attracts so many women?
I don't think gymnastics is female.
I think
Then
a
the
lot.
best gymnastics is most famous is guys, not girls.
Yeah, I know, but if most industries are like that, from chefs all the way to gymnasts. But my point is that if you ask 100 people, more likely the women are going to go to gymnastics than the guys.
I think this is a thinking of
Maybe
Bahrain,
here.
but in Brazil it's not like that.
Really? So
Because
it's
we have in gymnastics, we have artist gymnastics, we have rhythmic gymnastics and gymnastics. We have two types.
Have you more than 3?
Yeah, no. Two
Yeah, what
types.
form?
The most famous are two.
Yeah.
So rhythmic, it's for girls. Now they are starting for boys, but very, very slowly. They don't want to have like the
Ribbon and the
like
ball and the hoop.
that have more dancing.
Yes,
But
more
Okay.
dancing. It's more looking like ballet gymnast, something
Yeah,
like
the
that.
artistic one is the most famous. The one in the bars, the flips, everything.
Sure.
And usually they actually are associate a men's because you need a lot of train.
Okay.
So at least like in Brazil, it's more men's that look for.
I think it's half and half. Like doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because again, like this could be just my mentality, and I can happily accept that.
Yeah.
But I would imagine usually the kid, you know, especially if I'm from Kazakhstan, Eastern Bloc of Europe, my son boxing or jiu-jitsu or fighting sport, and my daughter gymnastic. That's how.
Yeah,
But here they have more. I work in gymnastics place here, and they have gymnastics. They have more girls than boys doing.
Yes, because this sometimes you put more. Then maybe in Brazil too, like you put more your guys in football, boxing, or something like that.
Even in
Maybe.
Russia, all of Eastern
Yes,
Europe.
maybe like that.
Because I think
I find it interesting that Brazil is so different than.
it's because
Yes, but like more famous sport in Brazil is
Jiu-jitsu,
football.
football, and yeah.
Yes.
gymnastics.
And
No, jiu-jitsu.
no, but it's not have too much winners of have more in gymnastics than yes.
But what I know, Brazil.
But the money is not more for gymnastics,
No,
from football, volleyball, other things, not from
But I know Brazil is famous for football, for their mixed martial arts,
yes.
right? No offense to you guys, I never heard of gymnastics being a big thing in Brazil
Yes.
until I met you guys, which I'm very happy that I had you on so I can learn.
Yes,
The
most
winners.
the winners of the world most is Chinese, Russians,
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're killing it.
West. It's true.
They're-
But it's very good
But
Brazil
from
too.
the guys, we have a lot of guys.
Yes, I have a lot of guys, and
Like
the
last year, Rebecca.
yes, they are very good. But like they didn't invest too much money in gymnastics, like in football, for example.
Yes.
Okay.
Because what's happened?
I don't know
Football
why.
is I know why. Like you need to think about
Football-
it's
no,
like
but
the money
football's
because
losing
like
now.
the football you can put too much people. You know,
yeah.
there's like a big. It's look like when you can look from the history, it's like gladiators.
Okay.
Everyone screaming and you. These are learning theaters. Yeah.
Okay.
You
And
go
you
full
do-
stadium, right?
And like you have something together and you put all over, no, like something like that. And the
Cheers
football,
for
yes, in the big games, it
Mhm.
is the same, you know, like you're feeling the same. Like it's collective
Sport.
sports. And what you need for playing this sport, nothing. No, you need on a ball and then a free space you can do.
I don't think that's very fair. I think a lot of footballers
No,
would
no, no.
disagree with that.
In Brazil, it's like that. Anywhere in the they take the socks and put together and they play.
Yeah. But
It's
it's
like-
it's a hard sport. It's not exactly
No,
like.
I
Not
didn't say
saying
it's
it's
easy.
I know,
I
I
say
know. I'm just messing
I
with
say
you guys.
it's easy for you
To start.
You practicing like it's collective,
Mm-hmm.
and like in Brazil, everywhere you see that. Like in the time break, if you stop here, your work, the workers go and play football. It's like that in Brazil.
I would be so upset as a boss.
Yes, like that. I have a lot of
Even the
football.
boss will go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We got no
they
time for that
I
nonsense.
have like every week you need to go, like Wednesday, no? The guys go for the football, or every Saturday they go for football. It's like normal. It's like a collective sport.
But
And,
we work
like,
like
for gymnastics, you need the bar, you need the things. Like it's more difficult, like for you play the sport. Like it's not collective, it's more
And
individual.
it's
By
very,
the way,
very dangerous. Like imagine you do a flip and
exactly, you
hit the
broke
head
your
on your
hand.
floor.
Okay.
Like you're gonna die.
You need the
You
mat
need a
and
mat
everything.
at least.
It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. So I'm trying to promote your business, which you're not making it very easy for me. do you do like programs as well or not really?
Yes, of course, into the programs.
Okay, so how long is a course then?
You say the course. Like,
Yeah.
No, it's like you continue like 1 year and then after you go for the other year, something like that.
Don't you think it makes more sense for your business model to offer courses?
Yes,
Like-
if I open my school, I do that, but I not work in my school. I open the school. I work in the school of the other
As a
people.
PA?
Yes.
I mean, as a PA? No, PT, personal trainer.
Yes, I working like for the other people. No, it's not my school.
And do you want to open your own school or are you not interested?
I want, but like here in Bahrain, need a partner for open the.
Mm-hmm.
the
I'm
Trying
just
to
talking.
I'm trying to push her to do that.
yes.
And what's holding you back? You think it's not financially feasible? You think
No, it's
it's
just hard. It's a little hard.
And what part of it is hard? Finding the space, the staff,
No,
the money?
Like the
Everything the money is easy.
No, it's not.
like the business part actually, like because we like the visa, the everything, the like this. It's
Yes.
the hard part.
More money, more problems. Okay, so the visa part is the hard part, the CRs?
No. I think it's like they make
Everything.
it.
It's hard to open a business like everywhere, like especially when you're in the country that is not like your country.
Okay.
So it's like
Yes, you need
it's
to
little
know the
hard.
rules and blah blah blah.
You just have to push little effort. It's like not impossible, but
So is that what you want to do? You want to open your
yeah,
own
there,
studio?
No, not my own. I want to open it her.
Okay. And then you two would work as like partners in it? Or how would you imagine it working?
No, I don't want any part anymore in my
I
life.
can
Not,
be the boss.
I'm talking about her, you and your daughter.
No. This is a very big problem. The
Okay.
family is more worse than the thing you have in our life.
Wow,
It will
even the
be-
mother and daughter don't want to work
Yes.
together. Oh, God.
I just joking.
So you better be a good employee.
So I can be open my own.
I just joking. No, but like it's very hard. Like you work to someone you love, but it's more like how to say amazing thing when this happens and this working. Like you do what you want, it what you love, it who you love. No, it's very amazing. The people say like you did your job in the life. I did my job in the life. I'm feeling if I'm die today, I'm die happy because I did all my dreams. I
Okay.
already did. And like the most like happiness things in my life is like I was in the stage and I look from the sides of my daughter, my husband, and all the people working to me is my friends. I love each one, and I see the audience is happy and they clap and sometimes crying, but crying not because sad, because it's happy. And this like I look and like I did my job in this world, like
Okay.
because you can change the mood of the people, no?
I
Like,
agree.
And you can change your mood. Sometimes I'm like sad, or like if I fight with my daughter, and after I did the show, like I'm so happy and dissolving, like.
And then you go home and you're still fighting with the daughter.
No, it's very nice. Like, and a lot of times the shows like speak about, because it's not only circus, it's like the theater together, and speak about the family, about the love is the show.
We had a play like this.
The show is like that. It's like
the story of the circus.
the story of the circus, story about the one family and be together and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you are fighting before the show, understand?
Mhm.
And after the show,
Everything's okay.
everything is okay. And this is very, very good at this. Like,
It's wonderful.
because some things and in the circus it's one grand the things happens like and in the theater dance as well, but like sometimes you are in the very difficult situation, like you need each other, like you are in the high selling or you hold someone, you need to trust 100% in someone.
Mhm.
If you're not trusted, you're shaking, and you need to hold it, and you need to do all your life in the hand of the other people. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know how many meters, 10 meters, and I need to give my hands for someone, and I need to trust in these people, understand?
Oh, you're talking about trapeze.
Yes.
Okay.
And you need to trust.
Okay.
And like you give your life in the hand of the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you do it to your family, like some things like they be different, the relationship you have, because you give your life for your daughter, for your husband, for your best friend. I don't know, because you live it together. Like I work with my best friends in
Okay.
my company, so it's like different because you have the relationship not only about like normal,
Mhm.
you have it from your body as well.
So let me ask.
Because your body believe in the other one as well.
Okay.
It's
So if
not
there's no
only-
trust, it's going to be disaster.
It's a big disaster. And they like when sometimes you want to fight someone, you think I didn't fight someone. I need to hold these people in 10 meters now, and like sometimes you think it like that.
That's fascinating. It's absolutely
Yes,
fascinating.
because your life depends on each other. Then you start to be less like.
Is there no safety net? Safety net?
sometimes don't have safety nets.
This is Brazil stuff. This doesn't happen in Bahrain.
If I come here and I do the show, for example, I don't know, the big show, I don't know have big show here.
So
but
touch
like
wood.
Formula 1, for
In
example.
trapeze you have down.
Yeah, fly trapeze, yes.
Of course.
But
Other
like,
things you don't have safety.
yes. Like normal ones, not flying.
Yeah.
But you need to hold them.
Okay.
Like you don't have safety
Even
down.
circus, the circuits or
Yeah, anywhere have.
So is this the big dream then, is to go to Circus Soleil, or you don't care?
No, I don't care about safety.
I don't want to go. So.
Do you
No,
wanna-
if they invite me, I go.
I would absolutely never
But
go.
it's not my dream. Like
I will never go.
So would you want to open your own Circus Soleil, or not interested?
I have my, and I don't want to be.
Because this was my leading next question, because I know you own your own business,
Yes.
and I know that we talked a little bit off the show, that you started it with your partner. And have you never considered to start a new one with your best friend here in Bahrain and have a much less conflict?
Yes. What she is?
É abrir outro negócio com uma outra pessoa, alguma coisa assim. Comparação, eu tenho que...
This like why I don't. Of course, I go to Circus du Soleil. I think it's amazing experience. It's a matter just like not my goals like to go because for this first I need to be more younger for do that, and after is like you need to is the Circus du Soleil now is more like you are like gymnastics, acrobatics than the arts like. I don't know if you understand the difference. Like you need to be in high level of performance. Like is more about your performance than your creativity or something like that. Understand?
You're like in boy, actually. You wait like 8 hours like this, like that.
Yes, yes.
You
It's
do
like
the
a
show
work.
5 times like this. It's very strict, very strict.
Is the money good, or is the money terrible? I don't know.
good.
It's
It's
good money.
It's not bad. And a very big production, very beautiful shows and everything. It's just like I like to do like more my own shows. Like I want to say the things what I want to say, not what someone wants to say. Understand?
She wants to be the boss, not someone bossing.
No, like for example, I can work there and because it's a great experience. But like difference, I like to do the direct on and do like say the things that I want to say, like for put on the stage and say like the shows, like what it means and this kind of things. My creativity, like my choreographies, my costumes, my this kind of thing.
Your designs,
Yes.
your decisions,
Yes,
and how the model works. I mean,
because it's different when you work there and like you are like one part of the show. And some places you can be more creative, and other places you cannot be too creative.
yes, okay, I
You
understand
cannot
where you're
put
coming from.
like all of your ideas.
Your own costumes,
yes,
the design, how
usually
things are
like
gonna...
when the smaller places you can share more like the creativities, no? Like for example, if you're working on a smaller company, they use more like what it artists have, no? Like more the ideas, more the creative, like something like that. Then you be only worker.
Okay, but that's not really what the question I was originally asking. What I asked from her was, currently the business model is still a partnership between her and her partner, your dad, right?
No.
It's
Not
a
my
separate
dad.
entry. Okay, her partner from the previous, your ex-husband,
Yes.
and this business is still,
Still working.
it's still the
Yes.
business,
He
right?
worked there and she worked
Yeah.
here.
Yes, but have you never thought about opening a separate business here
Yes.
that doesn't have anything then to do with your
Yes, I
ex-husband?
wish to do that.
Okay.
It's my dream.
Okay. So in 4 years, have you made any headway or not really?
What? Sorry, can you
What?
repeat?
Headway.
Headway? What do you mean with headway?
Headway means like, have you made any moves? Has it happened? What's been blocking you? That kind of stuff.
Yes, I did a lot of things. It's just sad history. I don't know if you want to listen about.
I mean, I'm just interested. I find it so fascinating because you do so many different things,
Yes.
and it feels like if only you focused a little bit more on like specific, it would be like this. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yes, I get the girls from Brazil here, and I don't want to speak about that, but like they like not do the good things for me, and now they work alone here, as it tells me.
Okay. Well, one daughter is in California.
No, not this.
Oh, partners.
I take artists from Brazil for
Yes,
work
yes,
with
yes,
me,
yes, yes, I
and then now
understand.
they work here.
Competitors.
They did the bad things in my back end.
Oh, I'm
like,
sorry.
Understand? It's kind of- But
Competitors.
yes, I want to open one big company here.
Do you want to open a bar or do you want to open?
I never want to open the bar again in my life.
Was
I
it
did
disaster?
Not a disaster, but it's too much working.
In Bahrain?
No, in Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. In Bahrain, if you open a bar, it's like printing money.
Everywhere can be a pretty money, but like you don't have a lifestyle anymore because you need to work in the night.
Can you type in? I think there's a bar in London called Circus Soleil. I just type Circus Soleil bar. So it's like a circus plus bar.
Uh-huh.
It's called Circus Soleil bar. Yes, I think so. And then just bar in London. Did you find the bathroom? Just type in images, or just look at the images, sorry. Yeah.
Yes, I have like varieties, circuses, kind of things.
So it's like a
normal.
theater, acrobatics,
That is very nice.
and bar at the same time. And they do very, very well. They do financially very, very well. So, I don't know.
That is really nice.
I
But like if you open the bar together, it's like it's a big challenge as well.
Really? Mm-hmm. Because as soon as you have the license, that's it usually.
Yes, but like when you started to work at the alcohol, you
Yeah.
started to work at the crazy people.
Oh, yeah, then you just need security though.
No, there's more than that.
Really? Because my mom used to own a bar.
And she like it?
She did good money and then eventually she sold it.
Yes, it's not only about the money.
No, I mean, for my mom is very different than you guys. My mom was a serial entrepreneur. So she would start businesses and then after it made a little bit of money, she would sell them. And then that's what she did continuously.
Okay.
And so for my mindset is very much like her in that thinking, right?
Uh-huh.
And she told me that the biggest problem she ran a restaurant and a bar, to be fair. She said the biggest problem she had was that the staff would take the good vodka, the good whiskey, and then put it and take home, and then they would take the cheap whiskey and cheap vodka.
This is one of the things happens.
full.
Have 1 million things happened.
Yeah, she said that was
I work in the nightlife more than 20 years, and I know
really?
everything in the nightlife.
Because I used to work as a bouncer, security
Yes,
in Birmingham, and it was not fun.
My company work in the club #1 in the world, and you can see everything. It happens in the nightlife. It's like it's nice, but the nightlife is not like where I believe in the things. Like
So
it's nice because I believe you can give the show from the people, never go from the theater or from the circus.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you can do the show anywhere in the world, and you give a good quality of shows anywhere.
Okay.
Because I did show everywhere in the different places in the same show, like for the people so poor, so rich, in the for the princes, for the poor people, anything.
Okay.
But like it's the same show. Understand?
Okay.
It's the same quality, but like, and I think like when you work in the nightlife, I give the same good show. But like, it's not like my goals open the bar or something like that, because I like more like about what mean the show. Like I don't want like too much like go deep in the nightlife, because I have too much alcohol and this kind of craziness thing.
Oh, you're worried about like the drugs and stuff like that.
I'm a health person, like it's not my.
Okay. Because the nightlife can go very crazy very quick.
And I like whatever I do 200%.
Okay.
And if I get money from the drinks, you drink a lot. If I put you drink a lot, I do the bad things for your life, understand? And I'm very good seller.
Ah, okay. Well, you can try, but I don't drink, so.
Understand?
Understand.
This kind of things, like when they go to the bar and they need to sell the drink, but I don't think it's good for you drink, understand? So
you try to
it's a
sell
matching.
so you try to sell the expensive drinks then.
No, yes, I sell the expensive drinks. I did that. I had
Yeah.
the bar. But like I don't think this matching, like what I believe in from the world, and I do this because I don't open the business about drinks.
I find that so interesting. I find that so
Because
interesting.
I say I should say for you before, like it's not on. I do what I really love. Like is the life you wanna give me out a lot of times, and I have a lot of opportunities for do other things, and they still be artists. Understand?
I find that fascinating. I mean, I don't see myself
Because I
as
really love this. It's like addictive, like drug for me.
Again, I find that fascinating because I'm not an artist. I don't really understand the art world. I don't understand performance. For me, what I love is business, and I love it the day I die, and that's me. I find it fascinating. So that
Like
different.
the artist is like you create a magic world, understand? Have this world, and you create a magic world, and where everything can be real. It's fake but real, understand? It's like you create
Fantasy.
It's fantasy. It's a fantasy of the world, and you create it. Sometimes I need to create in 1 week a new world, and this is amazing, understand? And like when you see one kid, like the eyes like shining a lot, and they smile come and they look at you and say, I want to be a fan like you and fly it like you. It's like you make the dreams come true, understand? Like you feeling that, like you can. And sometimes I did the shows and about the love, for example, have a choreograph about the love, and I listen one old guy, her wife died, and he say, "This remember my first kiss I give for my wife."
Oh, okay. How romantic.
Yes, romantic, and like you can play inside of the heart of the people, understand? And you see they smile, and you change the mood of the person. Sometimes the person is sad, and in 5 minutes of choreography, you change the mood of the person, understand?
Fine, I'm sold.
And this you change the world because the artist for that, no? When you read a book and you go from the other world, you see the movie and your emotions, and you start to think the life is different. When you listen on a song and maybe you are sad, you are driving, you play the song in the radio, and like, oh, now I'm feeling good. And when you see the choreography or go to the circus and you think, oh my God, these people flying, I'm feeling flying as well. Like,
I'm sold. I'm
and
sold.
like this for me is addictive, and when I do that, and you see I see the eyes of the audience in my eyes, this change my mood as well, and I'm feeling so happy. And it is like, I don't know, I don't have any happiness like that in the world.
You don't have any other happiness like that in the world?
Yes, for me, no.
Like, it's just amazing.
It's just amazing, and it's more amazing when you look at and you have this charity the audience, and you look for your side is your daughter, you look for the other side is your daughter, and the top is your best friend as well. Oh my God, it is like I live the perfect life. I'm feeling like that.
Fantastic.
I feel and
So when is your next show?
and my next show is Thursday in Retro Lounge, like here in Jaffa.
Can you look it up? And we'll make it a snippet so that people can then show up to the event.
And this I say for you, it doesn't matter like if I'm on a lounge in Jaffa, or if I'm in the big circles, or if I'm in anywhere in the world. Just like this is
What's
amazing.
the hotel? The club? What's it called?
Retro.
Retro? So we'll make this a snippet for a story.
Is every Thursday and Friday.
So the audience listeners here, if you are looking for a very special event to attend, I'm looking because the screen is behind you, then go to retro, retro.bahrain. They have events every Thursday
And Friday.
and Friday. Do you book tickets ahead?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, you should probably book tickets ahead, weeks ahead if I was you, and make sure to attend because from what I'm hearing, it sounds like a really special thing, and
Yes,
I'm
it's
definitely
real.
going to come and see how it is in person as well.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
go.
I didn't even know stuff like this really existed in Bahrain.
Yes, exist. Now exist more things, and I'm happy that because I see the people like inspiring me and do the shows as well. Like it's nice to see that too. Like now have more artists, more people doing that. Before I don't have, and now have more.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes, before like don't have that. Like oh my god, where you found someone like me? I'm feeling like a ET here, no? Like only me in my like me. Also my species.
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 Yes, I feel like that, and now have more people
And-
doing
and-
this kind of things too.
And so if somebody's listening somebody's listening in this podcast in Brazil or America or wherever, how did you get into this life? They're listening to it, they fell in love with it. How do you get into it?
So I'm started like do gymnastics dance when I kid, like 2 years old.
No. How did you get into clubs, bars, events, theater?
How to go for it? How to start
exactly.
this? Like try to. First, I not recommend no one do that.
Okay.
Because like addicted, if you do that, do by your love. If you really love, do that, and
Okay.
do that, and you be and do with your full power, and you'll be so happy in the world. But if you not really love it, this I don't recommend it. Because like this is like for everything in your life. Like you,
It's a 24/7
it's
job.
yes, it's like
But it's not a job if you love it, right? You don't work a day in your life if you do what you love.
No. It's work.
it's
So you
work.
still see it as work.
Because
Okay.
like you wake up, you go to the gym, you have to take care of you eat, take care of the what you dress.
I'm not
take care
a
of
girl do an
everything.
else. And
Look
before
my
I come
hands.
here,
I used to have long nails, halas. Like you have to choose some things. You have to have a lot of choices. Like for example,
you cannot go out sometimes because in the other
yeah,
day you
since
have a
I
show.
was very young, like I have shows because
Okay.
I choose this. Like, and like you look, some kids they don't have the same experience that I have. You know,
Sure.
They never work.
Sure.
Like I'm 70. They never work in their life. Sometimes my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I work like since I was 2.
Well, a lot of
I
okay.
love what I do.
Okay.
So don't get me wrong. No one like push me. Like my mom never say you have to do this. No, I love to do it. But like sometimes on the weekend, my friends go to the parties. I say no, I have to work. You know, so it's different.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So just
But you're also doing like a cool thing on the weekend, right? I mean, your friends are just hanging out at a stupid bar where you get to like
You are the star in the bar.
exactly.
yeah, but it's very tiring, like for sure.
Sure, but it's also a lot really enjoyable,
No,
right?
Of course, I love it.
I think a lot of your friends would probably rather be you than you be them. I can almost guarantee it.
But if you wanna do that, study, train, practice, and dedict of all of your life. Like you go for the good schools, or have schools for dance, theater, circus, gymnastics, this kind of things. Like you can go there, and I think you need to practice every single day. Of course, one day you rest, but I don't believe that. I never rest. So you need to anything you wanna do in the world, you know. If you wanna be doctor, how many hours doctor study? If they call the doctor, they need to go for help some people, no. For me, it's the same. If they want show, I need to go and then make the audience happy.
And
this is
if somebody
my
wants to
job.
join that lifestyle, they should go and what? Message the venues, apply for CV. How do you get into the world? Right?
Yes, don't have a rule for that, but
Everyone
like
has one way.
there's different ways, no. Like for example, you wanna be artist, yes, you need to prepare yourself. You first need to have the skills for doing that, no.
Okay, let
Start
me
with classes like gymnastics.
let me
dance,
restructure the question, right?
circus.
You're already well experienced and trained. You've worked in the venues. Say you guys now move to, I don't know, Australia, right? What would be your steps to
I think you have to start to like doing classes of like look for classes of the skill. Like,
Sure.
For example, circus classes, dance classes.
No, he asked you
and-
other thing.
And look for the places that have like this kind of artist, and maybe you can talk with this artist and like say like.
No,
Oh,
no.
I get what they're saying. You're saying that to go to the instructor and then see through the instructor who might have connections.
No, but the other thing is not this kind of way.
You understand what I'm
yes,
saying, yeah?
yes.
So if the two of you move to Australia, where do you?
Yes, you need to take your CV, your videos, and you need to have a good
Oh, so you do videos. Okay.
You need to get, the most you need to have a good videos.
Okay.
You need to get
See, I didn't know that.
good videos and good photos. And
Okay.
please, videographers, if you listen to me, please, I can pay, but give me my videos.
Really? Is it that difficult?
The videos is more roasted thing. I never have my videos in my life. They don't give the videos. I can pay, but they give the videos. I don't know what's the problem with the videos. And
Done? You heard.
see, your work. I don't know because it's difficult for you send because it's like a big one, but I don't know.
No. Dan, you heard, right? Well, you can talk to Dan. He works videos
Okay.
and stuff like that.
And
You
the
can see.
videos is very important. If you want to get in this life, the videos is very important. The photos, you have a good portfolio for that, no? And today, like Instagram is very important, like for the people see you.
Do you get work through Instagram as well?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
I'm almost of my work is from Instagram.
Really?
Yes.
Again, I'm blown away. You don't have your own website?
You don't need the website anymore.
You don't think so? And how does it work? How do you like what's a good budget to charge? How do you charge? You charge by venue, by show, by hour? How does that work?
Because not always the same way, and I do a lot of things different. I need to do quotation for like, and the name like of my company is Atmosphere. You create the atmosphere for different. Like I can do specialty only for you. For example, you have this brand, the Onsolve, and I can create on a character for you. Understand?
Okay. So let's play this. Let's make it. Let's play this as a show then. I come to you. I have a venue potentially, right? And I have an event happening, and I'd like to hire you and your team to do a show. What would the process be?
You asked you like the date, the time, like what you have in your mind. No?
Okay.
Like, for example, sometimes you have something in your mind and you need to do that. Or I can suggest you the things I already have ready. Or I can suggest create for you one unique show for you, for example.
So let's go. I go with a unique show. How long is the show going to be?
It depends.
Yeah,
Depends on the budget. Depends on the client,
Yes, of
right?
course you can do like
Depends where.
Madonna shows,
Okay.
like very big, or like you can do something small. Depend of what you want. I need to know about the space.
Okay.
Like, because some things that the space like means a lot, no? Because like
Yeah, if you have a stage, it's very different if you like want interaction with the people.
Okay.
For example, for do a show of 1 hour, you have to like rehearse it like for a year.
Okay.
It's not like a small thing, you know.
Wow. So for a 1 hour show for like, let's say for a wedding.
yes, if you wanna 1 hour you
Like
sit
without
in and look,
stopping, yeah.
you don't stop in. You need to hear.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Understand?
that's crazy. A whole hour of theatrics. That's
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
lot to
That's
sit
what
through.
Because sometimes people want like, oh, we want 1 hour show, like everyone will stop. And then they'll say like, we want 1 hour show, okay, but like we want to stop or interact because it's very different.
It's
Sure,
you know?
different
sure.
like if you just walk around, or if the people stop and look at you.
Yeah.
Because if you forget
Attention.
your attention for 1 minute is one thing, for 2 minutes the other thing. Like and more now. Like how many seconds you get your attention on a video in.
Interesting.
It's like for you get attention for the people for an hour, you need to design out the show, no? Like you need to, it's like a move, no? For you see the move, you need to be a beginner, middle, you go to the higher and you close the.
So explain it to me, right? Let's go in the detail. What's the most expensive? What's the cheapest? And what's the middle?
The most expensive, I don't know, you can do a show like a Beyonce shows.
Yeah,
like it can be
depends how many
crazy.
People. You
It's-
want 1,000 people, you want 300 people, you want 2
Exactly.
people.
Okay.
Like-
No, what does your firm offer?
I can
we
do.
offer
I can put rain in the show. if you have a budget for
If
that.
you have the budget for that, what, you inject like silver into the clouds to get it to rain?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Don't have limitation.
I love how you guys are like,
this
hey,
is
we're
amazing.
not too into businessy, but you know what? We can make anything happen.
Exactly.
Humans
Is
can
this
make
true?
anything happen.
Is this the?
I love the capitalistic nature
You
here.
can like create the world that this I say for you. Like you don't have limitations. This is amazing.
So what is the
the
average?
limitations? Your budget. This
So
is the
what's the
limitation.
average budget that people spend on a show then?
The what?
What's the average that a person
Major. Minimal.
not saying minimum, I'm saying the average.
Que é de perguntar?
Imagine.
Yes, 200 BD, something like that.
That's okay. That's
For
a lot
one
cheap.
person.
Yeah. Oh, for one person.
Yeah.
And then they have how many people usually in a show? 2, 3.
Depends. Everything's different. 100, 200 BD. You can pay more or less. Depends on what you want, how long.
And how long is a 200 BD show then? The average. I'm literally not trying to. I'm not trying to bring your prices down. I just want to know what's
No,
like the
it's
normal.
It's because it depends. It's like
It really depends.
don't have,
Really?
like, yeah,
Don't have
it's
any
very-
rule for that.
Really?
Because don't have limitation for your dreams. And they make your dreams come true.
I understand that. I love the sales pitch. I really do. But what I'm trying to
Not
say.
sales pitch. It's like because it really depends. We're not trying like not say or hide something. No, it's just because it depends.
No, I'm. But
Depends what is the like? It's in a hotel. It's in a podcast. It's like it's.
doesn't
so
most
depends.
people want like the same thing?
No,
No.
Really?
No. This sometimes. Como é que é? No.
I don't know.
You know these small people?
Yeah.
They sometimes they
Midgets.
Say, I want
They get offended when you say that.
One time they call me, I want 7 this for be like his Smurfs and say, really?
Like you shoot midgets out of a cannon?
Yes. They want to like be Smurfs. Like I say, you really want that?
For a wedding.
No, for a party.
I'm joking.
One time in Brazil, they went to like in a wedding. And
Yeah,
they want
have
to,
you?
put the person in the middle and do like this with the guy.
And the
With the
bride-
groom, you mean?
No,
The groom.
The bride call me and say, I wanted
Throw up.
throw up in
The bride wants to be thrown up, or the husband?
No, with the midget.
The midget.
Yes.
He was working.
And to do what? They just want to throw the midget up and then catch him?
And they
Exactly,
The guy
I
said,
haven't-
I'm not doing it. Like, of course. And the
That seems
bride-
offensive.
And yes, it is. And the bride called my mom. Like,
I am in the other event because I have a big company. Sometimes I have 5 events in the same day, okay? And I was in the other event in the other state, and the bride called me, and I said, what's happened? And said, I wanna throw up.
A midget.
And I say, why you wanna do that? Because I want. And I call him and say, what's happened? And this people is crazy. They wanna throw me up. Like I'm an artist, and he play, he sing, and but he's small, okay. But like the people is crazy.
they think that it's like a
I kind of want that
like
for.
a ball, like
Exactly.
a doll, you know. You say like a no, I'm not gonna do it. Like,
You know,
say like of course not gonna
And
do it.
I am in
I'm-
the other event, and they figure how we figure out that.
I'm not married, but I kind of want to see now a midget to be thrown up. I kind of want to see that now.
The people is crazy. By the way, the people is crazy and have a lot of crazy ideas.
So
And
it really
sometimes you need to clean the ideas of the client because I have this kind of idea. And
So that was the craziest one so far, throwing up a midget.
I don't know, I have a lot of crazy ideas. And
I like the idea. Like instead of throwing the flowers, you throw the midget. Like I like that idea.
the people have a lot of ideas. Other day they wanted the guitar of the what's the name of this movie? Mad Max. You know the guitar of Mad Max
With a fire.
Yes, you had to do that in Brazil this month.
Okay, that's a lot of work.
Yes, exactly. This kind of
So depends, really.
depends how I say for you how much is it, because I need to check how I make the guitar and I put fire in the guitar, and I found someone who wanna play the guitar with fire and everything. You understand?
Wow. Because he
This is
plays
the
it on a truck, no?
It's the kind of things they call us for doing, like for
I
say
say it, some people, they are not like human. Some people, I don't know, they have like crazy ideas, like, we want you to be a mermaid, and you go inside someplace, and then you go out of the aquarium or someplace like this in the hoop. How are you gonna go out with water in
No,
your
I
hand?
have this idea. I had this idea. They don't say for me doing that. I suggested this idea.
Well, family drama. There we go.
I had this idea.
I love
had
it.
This idea. I had this idea. I
I
had
love
this
it.
idea. They say for me only, I want to show in the aquarium. Say, why are you not
But even
jumping?
I think this is crazy. Like, how you put someone inside of aquarium and then you have to swim? It's something with mermaid.
See?
I've seen that though. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
pool parties. Yeah,
Exactly. I had this idea.
is it? Can you type in mermaid pool party?
Put a mermaid, go inside the water and swim.
I'm sure they do. Yeah,
they
I've
do.
seen YouTube's on YouTube. I've seen Instagram.
Sim, mas é que essa ideia foi eu que dei. Tu acha que foi os caras, foi eu que dei a ideia.
I don't know if they like jump like up. See, there's like even kids do it. There's like there.
No, not to stand like this. I mean inside the water with
Yeah, they
sharks.
do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
I'm not saying they don't do it.
Yeah, exactly, like this, I can say for you. You
But I
can
know
do-
normal girls that do
you
it that
can-
aren't gymnastics and stuff
Yes,
like
exactly. You can do a lot of things, but it does have a price for you do a lot of things.
that. Fair.
This I say, I don't have a budget for that. Like you need to check everything. Like
There can
Okay.
be one person doing it.
sometimes I lost like 1 week just for do on a budget
Wow.
because I need to looking for a lot of things.
And how do you set the structure then? Do like when we set the meeting, for example, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you take like, hey, you know what? Before I start like doing research,
At first, like brainstorm. Or, like,
a brainstorm, but you don't
Yes.
charge for the meeting.
only if it's a easy thing, something like I already did or something like that. If you need to create something new,
Yeah.
you need to look for it. I cannot say for you, and after I see it's different.
Não,
Understand?
investimento antes do cobra para encontrar uma pessoa.
No, I don't charge for.
Why not?
Yes, I I almost need to do because sometimes they take my ideas
Or
and
time.
Hire
they
someone
add
else.
someone. There's a lot of times, and here in Bahrain, is a lot of times. Like I create a show, and after copy me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because my brother, he owns a marketing company. Hi, Akhil. Me and him were talking about it because I asked him, I said, why are you charging 500 euros for a meeting? You know? And he says, because if
It's
they're...
my time first.
First, it's my time. Second, I know if they pay it, they're serious. And if they don't, they're not serious.
Yes, this
So
is true.
why waste my time?
And a lot of times, like you give the ideas, you create the ideas because you need to create that. You need to figure out and hire the other people.
He has a contract, meaning that when he sits a meeting, like let's say if I was Akhil and you came to me for a marketing idea, right? You pay me 500 euro, which is about 250 BD. We sit and have this meeting, right? I come up with like a bunch of ideas and say, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. But you don't get to see these ideas. You don't get to hear these ideas until you've signed a contract saying, hey, either we're gonna work on this together, on these ideas, or if you're not happy with me doing them, you can buy these ideas off me.
But you can do it with, yeah.
That's the only option. And if you try to go and do it by yourself, you're gonna get sued. So that's how he runs his business. But this is in Germany. So I don't know if it would work here in the Middle East. I don't know.
Yes, it's a little bit more difficult because the people never saw the things to understand. Don't have a reference.
Because I can imagine, I mean, spending a whole week planning something out and then them telling you, hey, you know what, thanks, but no
No.
thank you.
This is more than one time.
Or just ghosting you and blocking your number. That's even, then,
Is more than one time.
exactly. Then
Yes.
it's such a waste of time and effort.
Yes, and sometimes you create the show and you do the show sometimes the times, and after they say for you bye bye, and I read the other people and do the same show.
Shit.
Yes, this happens. But what I think when the people copy me, I create the new things, and the last time you copy me, my mind is
Then moved on, yeah.
yes. And this before I was so sad at that, when the people copy me. And after I started to figure out that, and I think, okay, maybe I'm inspiration for the people.
But the problem is it needs to pay the bills, right?
Exactly, this is the problem.
Exactly. So nice and good until you can't pay the electricity then.
I just need to be cool, like in my mind, like for not to wanna killing someone. Just,
Do you want to open a pool bar by any chance? Like a mermaid pool bar?
yeah, let's open the pool.
I think that would be dope.
Don't invite me, guys.
Well, you have a hair for mermaids already.
Yeah, see, it's ready. There's a new mermaid movie out anyways, isn't there, Dan? Yeah, see?
See?
It's a live action movie.
It's not Barbie movie.
No, mermaid. You know?
Mermaid.
Ariel.
Yes.
The girl with the red
yeah,
hair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But she's black now, isn't she?
Yes, the actress is black.
Well, see? I knew
Her
it.
voice is amazing.
Yes. But it's nice, by the way. Sometimes I think about like open you know the old style of varieties, cabaret and French, this kind of things like German, like you show me.
Oh,
This is very nice.
you know, there's a place in London. I'm trying to remember the name. Dan, can you type in famous Indian restaurant London?
Eu queria abrir fazer uma mão.
I forgot the name.
O que tu tem? Ah, ele espera.
Não, ele vai direto pra Barcelona.
It's a chain. Can you? It's a chain. Can you go on Google Images? Maybe then I'll remember it. Oh, it's really annoying.
But here
It's the best Indian restaurant. There you go.
Okay.
That one right there. Do you see it? It's by London Perfect. It's with a couple. No, close that image down. That's the one, yeah. So I forgot the name of the restaurant. Can you look up the name for the restaurant, Danny? So that restaurant, they took inspiration from 1950s Iran and decorated the restaurant after that inspiration. So they serve like dishes from the 50s. It's very like chic and haute couture. Dishoom, thank you. It's been bothering me.
okay. Yes, in Brazil we do like a kind of shows like between you have the first plate and you do a show, and the second plate you do the other shows, like between the shows, between the dinner, you have shows. My company doing that.
Yeah, see, this is what I talked about with Circus today. That bar
Yes.
that does like dances and shows and they have a snake lady as well with a
Yes, yes,
snake. Yeah, they do a show every half an hour at the bar.
Like Moulin Rouge.
Like Moulin Rouge as well.
Yes.
I went to see
I
that play.
open my Moulin Rouge here.
Well, that's the question,
Why
right?
not?
Why not? I mean, you've been here now for 4 years and you've been coming in and out, and you haven't. Why have you stayed in Bahrain and not Dubai?
Yeah. Why not? Why not move here?
But I'm just asking, like, serious. Is it because business is better here? Is it because life is easier?
No. First, because
Because you said with your
family-
daughter.
Yes, the family. When you start to have a family, you have kids, you need to think the first thing how you make the life it your kids know. Like this is the most important thing, because
Sure.
you put someone in the world, you need to take care about that.
Sure.
You need to give a safe life.
Sure.
I cannot do adventures. I can do, but this is it's not like a mentality for the. I did adventure to come here, no, but you need to do stability life for your kids. So when I have a stability life, I get my kids here, and for I move out for the other country, I need to do the same,
Sure.
have stability and then.
And then move
Yes.
the child. Because now you're still in school or you're out now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm finishing my last year.
You're finishing last year. So now it's going to be life is easier,
Yes, exactly.
I imagine. Is there a reason why you didn't homeschool your kids? Is there a reason why you didn't homeschool your kids?
Em casa.
Yes.
Qual é a razão pra gente não estudar em casa, por exemplo?
I don't know. This is very complicated for me. My kids don't go to the school.
No, but why didn't you homeschool the kids?
How should we work and do homeschool? It's very hard.
Because you can get a retired teacher for very little money.
No, for me it's not a problem. It's just how this figure out.
Because-
In Brazil, don't have that.
It's not that easy to move the kids, take care of the kids for the house. In Brazil, it's a little complicated.
It's illegal.
The kid has to have some issue for
Really?
Okay, for example, she has autism, or she have
Mental illness.
some problem in leave in community or something like this. Then you can take it off the kid and do homeschool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because in America, it's very
Or
easy
you
to
have
homeschool.
yeah.
Yes.
Or you have to do it.
Yes, in Brazil not very
Because I would not send my kids to school.
good.
I would homeschool them. I don't believe in institutions and that kind of stuff.
Yes, some institutions is more bad than you have it in homeschool.
Yeah.
I think so. For me,
And some
I agree
like,
with you. But
Go on.
now they change, you know. Like the kids from now is different from the kids before. Like my kids is bigger.
That's true. I mean, I didn't go to like,
Everything different. No, like
because I didn't go to a traditional school. I went to boarding schools, so it was very different. Like by the age of like 13, you have to be an adult. Like you have to do your laundry. Like you have to make sure that because it's very similar to a prison in the sense that you have bells. Well, you have but it's like in a prison where the bells dictate what your life is. Bell in the morning is waking up. Bell in the second bells for to get out the door.
so you leave it at school.
At a boarding school, yeah. So and my whole life was surrounded around bells. So you,
Oh my God.
yeah. So
Annoying.
you know exactly what bell is what, and you go by how much time it rings, like it's lunch. Oh, break is over. Oh, it's class.
oh my god,
Oh,
that's
it's-
crazy.
So it's very like militaristic, and it's very and you're expected to do your own laundry. You're expected to if you don't show up, for example, for food, no food. You go camping a lot for out, and you go hiking a lot for walking and stuff like that. So it's for my school, it was very militaristic. I didn't like you had to be very quickly an adult. So
Crazy.
Done for your kids.
either homeschool or boarding school. I think that's the best opportunity to do to them. Like I had my first job at 14. Of course, you started younger because you had a family business. But yeah, my first work was as a computer repair when I was 14.
Yes, because like usually circus, the kids
Yeah,
started.
I started very young.
Mm.
It's because it's a fun thing to do it.
Yes, it's something funny too. No?
No, it's
I
good.
remember when we get the money, like mom didn't give us the money, of course, right?
She took a big cut, huh? She took a big cut and put it in her pocket.
Imagine you give a kid like the money, like 2 years old. So she always asks like, "What do you want?"
Mm.
And me and my sister, we all always want like
Mermaid.
Barbies or something like this. And we have like this huge like collection of Barbies and everything.
Good. Where's the Barbies now?
Don't know. But
Money
we bought-
well spent.
We bought it at TV because we want a bigger TV. To
Yeah, I
watch
don't
the
like to see
cartoons.
TV.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. It was very nice.
Yes.
That's good.
And how old are you by your first iPhone?
12 maybe.
Yeah.
Like my phones, I always bought it. Like not because she can't, but she say like, if you want the responsibility to have a phone, like you need to like know this responsibility. Like you want to expensive phone, because in Brazil it's very expensive, like iPhone. That's it. Like if you want, you need to like know the like care your phone, you know,
Mm.
like not throw your phone like crazy, you know. So like when you buy something, you give more value, right?
Sure. Money earned is always
Yeah.
better than money won. Like I've always felt like casino money that you win in gambling and stuff like that doesn't feel real,
Yeah.
right? So it feels like Play-Doh almost.
Yes.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. So what's the future? Where are we? Where's next year? Where is the next 5 years? Where are you heading? Where are we going?
I want to open a studio
Okay, teach or performance?
for teaching, like
For teaching.
yes.
Okay.
I manage the studio and put the teachers there,
Okay.
organize that for like circles, dancing, this kind
Okay.
of things, and together with this, like the company for shows, it's kind of things.
So you want to open two businesses. One is teaching, and one is a
Is one
performance show.
complete the other one because you former the artist for be working there.
Sure.
Is one complete the other one.
And
It's
have-
not the different ways. Like then you can
They
train.
work together.
Then the artist can training and the place understand is like together.
And do you have a business plan all set and everything else?
No,
No?
what's mean business set?
Business
Tem
plan?
tipo plano.
Yes, it's the same I did in Brazil. It's not different.
And okay, so potential investors who are listening, They should reach out to you, and maybe you can do a VC or seed funding. It sounds like an interesting business. I don't think really something of that nature exists in Bahrain. I think especially aimed for younger adults, kids, after school activity. I think you have a huge market in there.
Yes.
And this can be like very big if like goes well. Like for example, in Brazil we have like a circus school, like a really circus school.
There we go.
It has like certification, like that is approval by the Ministry of Education. So it's like maybe why you can like have it something like this. I have like big goals, you know, like I think this can be like a big thing.
Okay, this is more your thing than your mom's thing, though.
No, it's the same.
It's the same. So you both are on the same vision on
like,
this.
Like this can be big, like if it's done well, right? Like you can have like formation when the kids finish. Like for example, we start at like I don't know 5, and you finish when you have 15. Why you can like have?
It's artist school, yes. A big art school.
Why
Like
you don't
it
have a
has
certification like I'm
And
theater?
and okay, so you want to do it like you want to have your own institution where you
Yes,
certified people
Yeah.
and the whole shebang. Okay, that's a fascinating business concept. And you're 17 now. Are you planning on sticking with mom for the next couple of years, or do you see yourself then branching out?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like
I don't know. I'm
yes.
I'm asking you.
I always want like to move out and have like my own independency. But like since we are here,
Okay.
like and like I don't have any other like family besides
Okay.
her. Like there's no point I like move out. I love her. We get like very.
So your plan is to stay in Bahrain with your
Yes,
mom
yeah.
to run the business, and your plan is to open this
Maybe
business,
she wants to go somewhere else, but
or you're planning on maybe moving out of Bahrain.
No, my idea is like you can charge this more than like I was in Brazil, I want to be my company be international and so already have this.
So you want a franchise business?
Yes, like he come be here and the Middle East and the other countries, by the way, as
Okay.
well. Like, like
okay.
because like I believe like you can be maybe not be artist, but you can enjoy that, no? Like you wanna do something different for life. Like a lot of people don't like just go in the gym, like do acrobats, like do dancing, like do or acting or something. Like have institutes offer artists and body, and this one thing, okay. And the other thing complete that is the companies, the professional shows for that. Understand? Like it's two things. Is this for all the population? Understand? How the people can enjoy, and be professional in that if you want or not, like you can do.
Well, let's have the two of you on the show again in a couple of months, and you can flush it out a little bit more, because to me it sounds a little disjointed, because you have the gym business, which is or teaching business one end, then you want to do
Yes,
events,
one completed the
which
other.
is another end. Sure, but you're going to share the resources between the two. Great, but then you also want to do an institution which would allow for different performers and
It's the same thing.
is it the teaching? Is the institution? The teaching is.
So you want to do teaching, but not just performance arts from aerobatics, but you also want to do all kinds of other teaching events in that same pool.
It's the
Because
same.
we do theater, gymnastics, dance. I dance jazz, ballet, hip hop.
Okay.
Like so.
Let's try to explain for you. You see Broadway before?
Yes, of course.
For you do Broadway, you need to sing, you need
Okay.
to do acrobats, you need to dance, you need to acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this kind of thing.
Like in Brazil, we
Okay.
have a lot of schools that is like big institution, and you have all in this institution. So you can stay the whole day doing classes and everything.
Okay. I think I kind of grabbed on what the business is. I think I'm not quite sure about the structure, but I think I understand it. Anything else you guys want to bring up before we close up soon? Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to promote, maybe?
Yes, I just confused because this podcast is speak about the slaves,
yeah.
about the everything.
We talk about the-
You need more 10 podcasts for speak about.
Well, normally, I mean, it depends on the episode. Some of our episodes last for like 6 hours. Some of them last for 12 hours.
Really?
We do very
One
long
day
shows.
let's do one only for fitness.
We can do one just for fitness
Yes.
if you guys would be interested in it.
Yes.
We can do it one in potentially end of September, October.
Yes.
Would that be
perfect.
interesting for the two of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but like what your question is like that, like have this one is one thing more fixed. You understand, like this institution and this school of arts. School of arts
It's
more
like one
is for
school
you.
and
So
other professional.
is other is for the shows.
Okay, let me put it in a way that might make more sense. If I put like my investor hat on, right? My concerns would be these.
I say for something for you. If you wanna be investor of kind of things, like not to do art for be like a rich person. You can be rich, but like you do this because you really love this. Understand?
But it's very difficult going to convince people
Yes,
to give you
exactly,
money for the event unless they're making money.
Yes, exactly. It's this kind of thing.
Because a lot of our listeners on the show are a lot of business-focused people who are interested in firms or putting money behind it and stuff like that, right? And so if you're telling me, hey, you know what, I have 2 different businesses at the same time that I'm running, that's immediately a warning, right? Because you're sharing your time then, right? And then you're saying, hey, you know what, I also do side business, I also work here and I also work there. Then from an investor perspective, they're going, well, how much hours and how much time are they going to be working at the business?
Yes, because there's 2 things different. It's school
Thank you.
of arts, and the other thing is a shows. Is a shows.
I understand where you're coming
It's a
from.
company. So, but why they complete each other? Because for you to show, you need a place for rehearsal.
Sure.
So this place is ready for rehearsal, and you create the things. And you need the artists, and
Sure.
you need to renew the artists, and you need to teach the artists, no?
Sure.
So this place supported this other place, understand? This, because this is they were working together, understand?
I hear completely where you're coming from. I really do. But what I'm trying to say is that if I present you a business and I say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna open a cocktail mixing school, and I'm going to open a bar, and I'm looking for funding. You'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Do one and then the other. Don't do both at the same time, right? I mean,
Yes, if you say something for this for me, you say, okay, he do other thing, go and be personal trainer, something like that.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's I'm not trying to like shit on your parade. I'm trying to look at it from a perspective.
It's not an easy path.
Yes,
not,
not easy.
That's why we take that's why it's not happening now. For example, it's not why that's why we didn't start yet, because it's kind of hard. Because she already has the business of the professionals. So
I'm listening.
The other thing is the gym/school.
My recommendation to the 2 of you are, right now there's more money in the market than ever has been, right? Inflation is skyrocketing. People are looking to put their money behind something. They're putting Chanel. Was it Chanel? No, it was. I think it's. I forgot the watch brand, but I think it's Chanel raised their prices by 5% twice this year, where annually they generally raise it by 5% once. That's because of how high inflation is currently going. So if you're serious about your business and you wanted to do with investors and stuff like that, I would be starting to look now rather than later, because 2008 economic crash is coming. And then in 3 years from now, you're going to be like, hey, Ahmed, I did that podcast with you. I can't find investors. What's going on? And that's exactly going to be the reason why.
Yes, but my big goals is like from the shows.
Sure.
Sure,
I'm not disagreeing with you. But if you want to do the school and if you want to do the event management and if you want to do everything else, then start today rather than wait till tomorrow, right? That's what I'm trying to say. And start putting a business plan together and to do what's necessary.
Yes.
Anyways, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up and take some pictures?
Just thank you so much for
Thanks so much.
inviting.
Oh, no, my pleasure. I hope it wasn't like too aggressive and negative.
No, I think just for next time we can like separate the subjects. One we can do about the Brazil stuff, other healthy.
Oh, no, that's how our podcast works.
Because you have like a lot of things to say it, so.
Oh, but see, our show goes normally on, like sometimes we have somebody shows up at like 4 or 5 and then they go up to like 3 a.m. sometimes, right? And we talk about like from geopolitical, business, all kinds of stuff. Because I feel like if from a listener perspective, like the people who are listening to us, they're going to be bored if we just talk about, hey, what's your dream business? How are you going to make it financially feasible, right? You wouldn't sit there with your friends for 45 minutes and talk about a business. You would talk about like various subjects at the same time. You're looking at me like you're looking at a ghost. Hey, does it make sense? No, maybe?
You know,
No?
me and my friends, we talk about like very serious stuff sometimes, so we are not like a
Real pleasure.
common group to judge, you know.